Want to support the channel? Go check out my Patreon. There's perks like access to videos early and plenty more rewards. Every contribution is appreciated as it keeps me making great content for you guys. For more information, go to patreon.com/Maqwell.
The sea of blue, it calls to you. I'm Leicester City through and through. Leicester City now until I die.
Round 5 against Cardiff City. The backup squad being played today because, well, there's no point in wasting energy against Cardiff City. I mean, it's still the cup and we want to win this, but it's still Cardiff City. It's 1-0 though, thanks to James Glover. But we'd pay for that mistake of using our backup squad because we just didn't have as many chances as we probably would had we played our first team. It's Pack. He passes it to Patterson and Patterson finds the back of the net. 1-1. But we fast forward all the way to the 76th minute where Demarai Gray is leading this attack. He's trying to get away from his marker, but it's really just not working out. So he's just going to backtrack a bit, wait for someone. He passes it to James Glover, who then brings it to Jose Perez, to Dennis Pratt, a little flip off, and there you go. 2-1 to Leicester City, and it looks like we're advancing. And you might be asking, Maxwell, why do you sound so dull in this commentary? Well, it's because it's the FA Cup against Cardiff City. Do I really need to put that much energy into my voice against Cardiff City in round 5 of the FA Cup? Nonetheless, it's 3-1. Our biggest challenge in a while. Liverpool seeking some redemption here. It's Sadio Mane leading the attack. He brings it to Firmino. Now back to Mane, but it's tackled by Ndidi. Ndidi then just somehow, with the Hail Mary pass, finds Harvey Barnes all by himself. Only Almeida there, but just way too far away from him to really do anything. Now Harvey Barnes floats it up, but Van Dijk heads it out. Corner, and James Maddison to whip this one in for Jamie Vardy into the top right corner. It's a bulleting header into the back of the net, and we're 1-0 up against Liverpool once again. Liverpool seemed to learn from the last time they played us though, because they weren't really pressing as much, giving them time to actually attack without being susceptible to the counter attack. It's Roberto Firmino getting past one defender. He's tackled by Soyuncu though. It falls to Mo Salah though. Mo Salah then brings it to Keita. Keita tries to pick out a pass, but it's intercepted by Pedrosa. He gets it back, but then Ta tackles him, and that's the end of that attack. As you can see from that possession, it's not looking great for us. 75% to 25%. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but still, at least we're 1-0 up. It's here Keita. He passes it to Roberto Firmino, and now Roberto Firmino trying to get past the defenders once again. He gets past Ta though, and now he tries to take the shot. It's saved by the keeper, but Jonathan Ta makes a dumb mistake and fouls him in the box. So what's that? Yeah, a penalty. Mo Salah versus Kasper Schmeichel, and Mo Salah wins that battle. Right before the end of the half, chance for Liverpool once again through Mo Salah. He passes it to Jordan Henderson. Good ball to Roberto Firmino, but Ta closes him down, and now Roberto Firmino just holds it in the corner, continues to hold it in the corner. Yes, he is still continuing to. Then he finally passes it to Almeida. Almeida then trying to find someone in the box. He then passes it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah just dances around the defenders like nothing, then brings it to Jordan Henderson, and it's 2-1. Liverpool turn it around right before the end of the half. Great work, guys. And now Liverpool once again, through this time it's Mane, but he brings it to Roberto Firmino. Now Roberto Firmino still holding on to it. He's doing a very good job at just maintaining the ball and keeping Leicester from really having many attacks. But it's Robertson. He crosses it in for Mo Salah, but he just misses the net. Finally, Leicester City finding an attack. It had been ages since the last time we actually found ourselves in Liverpool's area, but it's Harvey Barnes. He passes it to James Maddison. Maddison picks out Ndidi, then to Yuri Tielemans, and Tielemans could equalize it, but it's saved by the keeper. Possibilities for Liverpool once again through Aubameyang this time. Yes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but he's tackled by Jonathan Ta. Now Jonathan Ta creating the counter attack. He brings the ball to Cengiz Ünder. It's a pretty good one, and now Cengiz Ünder cuts inside. He passes it to Jamie Vardy. Good balls being played out. Now it's James Glover. James Glover flips it off to Harvey Barnes, and Harvey Barnes shoots it right at the keeper. Here's the league table as we go into March. A few teams have a game in hand, but we still are in third place in a comfortable position. I still believe we can very much qualify for the Champions League. Between us and Liverpool, that gap is pretty big. Round of 16 against Getafe. 7 minutes in, Leicester City on the attack through James Glover. He passes it to Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray then to Alexander Isak. Isak then picks out Demarai Gray, who somehow isn't offside on this left flank. Then he goes into the box, leaves it off for James Glover, and James Glover with a fantastic curler into the back of the net to make it 1-0 away from home already. An away goal for us, and it looks pretty good already. But now it's Getafe's turn to attack. It's Maximovic, but Soyuncu with a block and a half as it now falls to Cengiz Ünder. A beautiful ball to Alexander Isak, and whoop, it's right past the defender, and it's just Isak versus the keeper, and Isak wins that battle. 2-0 to Leicester City after just 17 minutes. Just like that. Opportunity for Leicester to make it 3, possibly, who knows, but Alexander Isak finds the back of the net through his head, and yes, 3-0 after just 25 minutes in the round of 16 of the Europa League. You love to see it. Getafe on the offensive now through Adam Bari. He passes it to Juan Mata, and Juan Mata just being a little patient, waiting for someone. He passes it to Cucurella. Now Cucurella, good ball to Maximovic, back to Cucurella. He brings it to Oliveira. It's taking the shot, it's saved, but then off the rebound, a nice little finish into the back of the net for Maximovic, and it's 3-1. It will end that way though, and it looks like we'll promptly advance into the next round. Burnley. We've been getting pretty easy draws in the cup. 4 minutes in, Burnley on the break. It's Goodmanson. He passes it to Ashley Barnes, and now Ashley Barnes picks out a beautiful ball to McNeil, and now Dwight McNeil is just going to use some razzle-dazzle, find himself past one, and now another, takes the shots. I really wasted my voice on that attempt. A little bit later into the match, it's Chowdhury getting dispossessed by Jonathan Tah, and now Leicester City can start up an attack of their own. It's James Maddison. He finds Ayoze Perez all by himself, and now Ayoze Perez just the keeper to beat, and he hits the post. Just a little bit later, it's Wilfred Ndidi with a fantastic interception. He passes it to James Maddison. Maddison then finding Dennis Pratt. Pratt then finding Ayoze Perez with a lovely ball, and Perez then just crosses it in for Jamie Vardy, who just hits the post. We've hit it twice now. Just a little bit later, now Nick Pope with a goal kick. He gets it all the way to Goodmanson, falling to Ashley Barnes, and Ashley Barnes sees the run by Dwight McNeil once again, lobs it all the way up to him, and this time Dwight McNeil is just going to take it off the half volley. Kasper Schmeichel doesn't even move. Keepers are so useless in the game, it's insane. But yeah, 1-0 to Burnley. It's not looking great for us. The break is on for Leicester City through Wilfred Ndidi. He passes it to Ayoze Perez on the wing. Perez nowhere to go, so he brings it to Dennis Pratt. Back pass to Wilfred Ndidi. Ndidi then drops it down to James Maddison, who sees the run by Jamie Vardy, gets free, and finds the back of the net. 1-1, game on. And here come the Foxes once again, maybe to find the winner. It's Wilfred Ndidi, passing it to Harvey Barnes. He's tackled by Tarkovsky, who's going to start up the counter-attack for Burnley, and it's not looking great for us with the number of defenders in the back here. It's Goodmanson, now to Lowton, back to Goodmanson, a great ball to Chowdhury, who then brings it to Gervinho, and Gervinho, free of Jonathan Tah, waits, passes it to Brownhill, back to Gervinho, and we just lost to Burnley. Leg 2 against Getafe. Fast forward all the way to the 87th minute. It's Maximovic leading the attack for Getafe. Now he then just brings a lovely ball to Luke de Jong. And Luke de Jong nowhere to really cross, so he just drops it off to Oliveira. Now back to Maximovic, and it's 1-0 to Getafe. Luckily enough, we would maintain just the 3-2 on aggregate score, and we would advance. But I do want to mention this. We've lost 3 of our last 4 matches. And I'm not saying that's an issue, but what I'm saying is maybe we should stop losing. And here's a good way to recover. We have a match against West Ham at home. They're 10th, so like, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Early corner for West Ham. It's Lanzini floating it in for Aller, and Sebastian Aller makes it 1-0 to West Ham already. You hear that? That's me choking. West Ham once again on the attack, but it's Wilfred Ndidi saying no to that one. Wilfred Ndidi, like I said before, you see that man in front of you? Huh, good luck. But it's Cengiz Under down this wing. He runs away from his marker like nothing, then drops it off to Jamie Vardy. It's 1-1. But right off kickoff, West Ham with the chance through Souček, who's just going to run in between some of these very, very tight channels. He finds Lanzini all by himself, threading between the needle, and he finds the back of the net. But once again, here come Leicester City to maybe come back from another goal down. It's Jamie Vardy, James Maddison on the edge of the box, who then just brings it back to Jamie Vardy, blasts it into the back of the net. 2-2 here in King Power Stadium. Game is still on, and we still have time to find ourselves a winner. West Ham once again on the attack. It's Harvey Barnes dispossessed by a West Ham defender. Now it's Declan Rice having to squeeze one past Wilfred Ndidi. Now it's Lanzini. He passes it back to Declan Rice. Now to Souček. Souček, lovely ball to Sebastian Aller. Aller could take the shot himself or find a nice lovely ball to Lanzini, near post finish, and it's 3-2 to West Ham. A little bit later on now, it's Pedrosa heading it to Ndidi, and Ndidi could start up a counterattack for Leicester City once again. He's done this multiple times, and he'll do it again if he needs to. It's now Harvey Barnes. He passes it to Jamie Vardy. Now Vardy, what's he gonna do with it? He brings it to Harvey Barnes with some space and time, and Harvey Barnes finds the back of the net. We do manage to get at least 1 point from this game, but my God, can we please, for the love of God, stop choking? It's not 2019-20, please. Oh, would you look at the time? Time to put me out of my own misery. Alright, Spurs, we meet again. Last time we faced this club, they made us question our entire existence. 'Cause I don't need to Now this month may make me question my life and my existence, and also drive me to the point of insanity, but these are clubs that do dominate on the attack, and if you know anything about us and my playstyle, we fluctuate on the counter-attack. But Spurs on the attack here through Dele Alli. Now Dele Alli tries
real chance and a goal.
Attack for Spurs, clamped by Adria Pedrosa. It falls to James Maddison, and now Maddison scouts out Harvey Barnes on the wing. Harvey Barnes with some space to run into. It's just Yeray, and he's definitely going to beat him for pace. And then Harvey Barnes finally crosses it in, floats it in for Cengiz Ünder. It's headed out, but it only falls to Yuri Tielemans on the edge of the box. Then finds Jamie Vardy all by himself, finesses it. The Leicester attack making more advances towards the Spurs defense. Wilfred Ndidi passing it to Yuri Tielemans. Great ball to Cengiz Ünder. Good pass to Jamie Vardy. Vardy waiting for someone to get ahead of him. Now it's James Maddison passing it to Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans then waits a little bit. Then with the great vision he has, finds Jamie Vardy. Leicester starting to get a little bit desperate. We just haven't gotten the results we needed, and Wilfred Ndidi with an unforced error, and now Eric Dyer has it, but Jamie Vardy gets it right back. It's passed to James Maddison. James Maddison back to Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans back to James Maddison. Maddison then picks out a lovely ball to Jamie Vardy. Some beautiful Leicester football leading to this one. 1-1 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we needed that. But why stop there? Leicester City running with this momentum. It's Adria Pedrosa as he challenges these defenders. Finally, he passes it to James Maddison. Maddison then passing it to Jamie Vardy, then to Yuri Tielemans, finding Cengiz Ünder, and Cengiz Ünder with a shot, but he's fouled in the box, and yes, we actually got a penalty in FIFA 21. It's our very first penalty of the season, and very much different from last FIFA when we'd get like 13 different penalties. Jamie Vardy versus Hugo Lloris. Who wins this battle? It's Jamie Vardy to win this one. It is 2-1 to Leicester City away from home, and this could possibly pick up our momentum that we lost in these last couple matches. And here come Tottenham. They haven't had many chances, but they make the ones that they have do count. It's Heung-min Son. It's blocked by Ricardo Pereira. Once again blocked, but now it's Lo Celso. Tackled by Pereira. He's just carrying this defense, but he's finally tackled. Now it's to Lo Celso. Good block by Soyuncu. Back to Ricardo Pereira, who just carried our defense for the last 5 seconds. Now it's Dennis Pratt. He waits a little bit. He's patient. He's seeing the run that Cengiz Ünder is making in behind the defense, and now it's Cengiz Ünder with some space to possibly finish this one, and it's saved by the keeper. And could this be deja vu? Spurs with possibly the last chance of the match. It's Lo Celso. What is this defense? What are you doing? And we're getting really lucky with some of these draws. Now in the Europa League, we face Dinamo Kiev, probably the worst of the teams at the quarterfinals. But our corner in the 5th minute could say otherwise if capitalized on, but it's defended well. But then there's a foul, and you might think this was just a casual foul. You'd be wrong. That was only a yellow. Opportunity for Leicester City. It's Cengiz Ünder. Great ball to Alexander Isak. And Isak on the wing. He can't really do much because he is just a striker. But he does manage to find a little bit of some time and space to pass it to Dennis Pratt, who then just picks out Cengiz Ünder. And Cengiz Ünder is just all over the pitch. He was on the wing earlier, and he just transports himself all the way to the center of the box and finds the back of the net. Beautiful, beautiful positioning. Fast forward way later into the match. Dennis Pratt. Nice little ball to Jose Perez, but he can't cross it in, so he brings it to Dennis Pratt once again. Pratt then back pass to Kelechi Iheanacho. Nice little bit of Leicester football, and just like that, 2-0 to Leicester City. Another away goal to our name, and it looks like we could be advancing to the semi-finals. Everton starting out strong early on in this one. It's 4 minutes played, and they already have something developing. It's Luca Digne. He passes it to Tom Davies, and now Tom Davies with a nice little lob ball all the way to Cordoba, but Schmeichel's gonna deal with that one. Oh, how lovely it is to be 1-0 down once again, but we can come back from this one. We've done it multiple times. It's Cengiz Ünder. He's tackled, but it falls to Jamie Vardy. Now Vardy with a nice pass to Yuri Tielemans, who blasts that one into the bottom right corner, and just like that, we've equalized it. Once again, Leicester coming in strong. Yuri Tielemans passing it to Pereira. Nice ball to Wilfred Ndidi, who then uses the vision to find Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy, no one's gonna stop that one. He is once again scored, and Leicester City are 2 2-1 up now. And it's Leicester once again. Could they put this one to bed, tuck Everton in, and just read them a bedtime story and say goodnight? It's Adria Pedrosa. He frees himself away from the Everton back four, and he drops it off to Jamie Vardy, who finds himself another brace in the Premier League this season. 3-1 to Leicester City, and it looks like we're winning this one. But Everton had other ideas. It's Tammy Abraham passing it to Allen, and now Allen, with some space, he turns the defender and finesses that one into the back of the net. 3-2, but at least we still get the win. Leg 2 of the quarterfinals. Sometimes you'll be punished for using your backup squad, and we used our backup squad probably at least like 90% of the matches we played in the Europa League. And once again, we concede against Dinamo Kiev this time around. We still do advance into the next round, so it doesn't matter. Now we face the league leaders, Manchester City. Early corner for Manchester City. It's De Bruyne, short pass to Sterling. It's blocked, but then Sterling tries to cross it in again. Wilfred Ndidi on the end of that one. He heads it out towards Cengiz Ünder with some space to run into. He spots Harvey Barnes making the run. Harvey Barnes then gets tackled, but then with a little bit of adversity, he just gets himself right back up on his feet, finds a lovely pass to Jamie Vardy, and now Vardy just beats out Fernandinho for pace. Then he just leaves it off for James Maddison. Little bit of a lovely turn, and that is the back of the net he finds. 1-0 to Leicester City. It's a classic counter-attack by us, and just look at that score. We are actually up against the league leaders. Manchester City forcing a mistake out of Harvey Barnes, and now they could capitalize on this one. It's Sergio Aguero with a ton of space to run into. He finds De Bruyne, then passes it to Sterling, but Sterling with the fantastic shooting abilities he has right at the keeper. Now Pereira gets dispossessed though, and now Manchester City have another chance to possibly find the back of the net. It's Rodri. He passes it to Zinchenko. Zinchenko then crosses it in for Sterling, and once again Sterling with the beautiful fantastic finishing he has misses the net completely. And here come Leicester City in the second half of this one. It's Jamie Vardy. He passes it to Cengiz Ünder. Ünder then passing it back to Jamie Vardy. Vardy, he has space to run into. Manchester City just giving him way too much room, and he finds a lovely ball to James Maddison, but it's saved by Ederson. Manchester City on the attack once again. They need to find themselves in a position to get this equalizer. It's Aguero to De Bruyne, but he gets dispossessed by Jonathan Tah. Now Ndidi passing it to James Maddison, to Jamie Vardy, and Vardy with the pace of a rocket. He runs right around Laporte. No one could beat this man. He then just drops it off for Cengiz Ünder with the simplest of finishes, and there you go. Another brilliant counterattack by Leicester City, and we are 2-0 up against the league leaders. Manchester City throwing anything at Leicester City at this point. Good save by Kasper Schmeichel though. Very rare goalkeeping in FIFA 21. Another save, this one much more simple, and now Kasper Schmeichel with the arm of a beast just throws it to Jamie Vardy. Now James Maddison waiting for Harvey Barnes' run, and look at the space Harvey Barnes can run into. Once again, Manchester City caught on the counter attack, and it's 3-0 thanks to a beautiful finish right past Ederson. 3-0 to Leicester City, scenes of 2016. And you thought this was over? No, it wasn't. It's Cengiz Ünder. Great ball to Alexander Isak, who's gonna beat out Laporte for pace thanks to those fresh legs. And Laporte is just a broken man after this one. He's as broken as I was after I watched the ending of Your Lie in April. But like that, 4-0 to Leicester City against the league leaders, and this could be a vital victory for us.
I'm waiting